came to me in a dream, like a subconscious impulse. I can see it right in front of me.
Better. Okay. Apologies if that was quiet then. Welcome back, everyone. Apologies for lack of streams, like I said. It has been manic. So yeah, we did Far Cry last Thursday. It was good. I had tech issues plaguing the stream. My mic would go up and down. The application that controls it, the game would affect that. My alerts went to pot. Either didn't exist or they would be severely delayed. So I spent a lot of that night trying to like work out why, and I think generally is I'm overpowering my GPU. The Far Cry 6, heavily intensive game, but it's fine, I've got the resources for that. But I also use my GPU to encode to run Streamlabs. I also use it for NVIDIA Broadcast, which is the fake green screen I use. So I think all in all, it puts a lot of pressure on, and I'm also running 3 monitors off the one GPU as well, so it puts a lot of pressure on it, and I think it might have just been a bit of system overload. So what I've decided to do going forward, as you can see, I'm still using my fake green screen. I'm moving to webcam, normal webcam. I was going to use that today, I just didn't like the look of it. I last minute switched back to NVIDIA because we're playing Judgment today on PS5, so we're not having to run the game on PC, so it's fine. But going forward, PC games, particularly newer ones that are more resource heavy to operate, we're just going to use the webcam. I've got a lot of junk behind me, so that's why I want fake green screen. But so next thing on my agenda is to save up and get a proper green screen, and hopefully when we move house I'll have a bigger room that I can fully set one up. So that's the plan going forward. So I spent all weekend doing that. Other tech issues, YouTube disconnected from Twitch and only got reinstated yesterday. You may or may not know I upload all my streams to YouTube. They lost the connection ever since the Twitch hack. Everyone's stream keys got changed. YouTube wanted nothing to do with it, and that was in the resolve yesterday, so I was all around trying to fix things for that. Going forward as well, I'm also migrating probably to the original OBS, not Streamlabs. In all honesty, it's not that much different. Streamlabs is probably a bit more power hungry, that's all. So again, it's saving resource. Work in progress. We're still on Streamlabs at the moment. Still fully satisfied with it. Been transferring a lot of stuff over, so far so good, so I haven't fully tested it yet. Short of all that, I wasn't very well. And then I was going to stream Tuesday and the internet went down. And we've been house hunting as well. Found a house I really liked. Turns out it's got a bit of an asbestos problem. So that was that. So it's just all been happening. So my head's been all over the place. Anyway, we are back today. We are playing Judgment on the PS5, continuation of playthrough we started a couple of weeks ago, day 1. So this is day 2. Set in the Yakuza universe. It's a private detective story. It's a lot of fun. Tomorrow we'll be back with Division, continuing our playthrough of that. But tonight, as a bonus, we are welcoming back Whisky and Chill. I've got some whiskey in. Although I don't know about the chill, because as it's spooky month, we're going to play a horror game. One I've never played before. No idea what it's about. It's called Visage. Looks scary AF. So a couple of wee drams will be needed before I dive into that. But tonight, around about 9 o'clock-ish. All going well. So, that is it. That's the plan. That's where I've been. I hope everyone's been well. Sorry if I've missed anyone. Yeah, let me fire into Judgment. Hey, I'm gonna have to refresh myself in this game, controls, etc. Self-comfy, I'll stop moving around in a minute. Everything looks fine. Okay. Be blind mice. Load my end. Okay, what does this button do? Okay, map. Okay, case file. Go to a sushi place on Taihai Boulevard. Still very much early doors and kind of tutorial area, I believe. So this is the main case we're working on. Clan member named Shiro Kume was found dead in a garbage dump. Officials have determined this was an act of murder, being that that victim was discovered with his eyes gouged out. We have various clues, so time of death between 2 and 3. People involved, evidence. Given the tumultuous history between Kansai-based Kiyori clan and the Kamurocho-based Tojo clan, Matsugeni Captain Kayomahime Hamura, I'm sorry for butchering this name, was arrested as a possible subject. So this is looking at an all-out Yakuza gang war. Items, you don't really have anything yet. Skills, oh yeah. Various combat skills. Controls, right. Before we get into any combat, let me try and remember. No combat controls on there, right. Okay. Work it out. Okay, so we went ahead. Yeah. How to sprint. Dude, something to say?
Your man went toward Taihei Boulevard, probably grabbing sushi or something.
Hey, James. Chef James. Thank you for the raid, sir. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, James? Good to see you. Hello. Thanks for that, mate. God, you raided me last time I was on last week. You raided me as well. Yeah, I've been off for a couple of days. I haven't been feeling very well. I'm only just back, just started. So, hello, welcome everyone from Chef James Mackerson's stream. Hope we're all doing well. Kinetics, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Thank you. How are you, James? How was your stream? Hope it went well. What were you cooking today, sir? Sir. For anyone who's in here already is not from James' stream, please go check him out. I have to do it manually. Hold on. There we go. Please go and check him out. He's an awesome, really friendly chap who, as he is a chef. He does cooking streams. There he is. Feeding I have to alert. No worries, James. Thanks again for the raid, my friend. I really appreciate that. I hope you're doing well and everything's going good. What were you cooking today, though, sir? Something tasty, I bet, as always. Another fun fact about Chef James. I remember when very first time I got to chat with him a bit in one of his streams. He told me he is an expert bagpipe player. Hang on. There we go. Pause the game before I get killed. Yeah, and being a Scotsman, that was pretty awesome to hear. So I'm hoping, I'm still hanging out one day. He's going to do bagpipe stream. Perhaps while he's got something in the oven just to kill a bit of time. That'll be awesome. Thanks again, James. Chef James, I really appreciate it, sir, and I hope you're doing well. Hi everyone, my name's Heartstrike. I am a newish streamer as well, a bit like James. Do a bit of variety. I'm older than your average gamer, probably older than your average streamer, but still younger at heart than your average gamer as well. I like to think so. Stream most days, afternoon time, UK time. Today we are playing Judgment, which is a game set in the Yakuza universe, if you're familiar with those games, Japanese mafia type games. They're a ton of fun. I'm actually going to do a stream tonight as well. It's spooky month. I like to do what's called, every occasionally I'll do an evening stream for a couple of hours called Whisky and Chill, where I sit with a couple of wee drams, play something chill. Although tonight it'll be Whisky and not so chill, as being spooky month, we're going to have a go of Visage. I've never played it before. It's a spooky horror type game. And I'm going to have a little tot of whiskey for every time I get jump scared. I fully expect to be paralytic by the time the stream ends. That's tonight, and then tomorrow we are back with, we're currently doing a Division 1 playthrough, a bit of old school stuff. For a bit of nostalgia, so that's tomorrow. So, hi everyone, welcome again, and thanks again for the wonderful Mr. Chef James Mackinson for the raid. I appreciate you, sir, and hope you're doing well. Right, I'm on a fight apparently, and now I can't remember controls. Well, that'll do. Apologies also for any sniffling you may hear. I've got a bit of a cold still. Chinese, 6,000 yen.
Your man went toward Taihei Boulevard, probably grabbing sushi or something.
We have to go to the sushi place. Maps on the map. These games are a bit wacky. There's a lot of tongue-in-cheek. There's some really good stories, powerful stories in them as well, but they have a lot of tongue-in-cheek comedic moments as well. To be taken too seriously, if you know what I mean. We're still very much early days. It's kind of still tutorial-ish area.
Aragaki-san, the owner of Amur?
And you are?
Yagami from the Yagami Detective Agency. I want to talk about what happened on the night of December 3rd.
Oh, yeah? Sorry, not ringing any bells.
Come on, you and I both know that's not true.
Well, it is. I don't know a damn thing.
Why don't I jog your memory then? I've got something to show you.
Security footage outside Club Amur. What evidence proves this man is involved? Read the evidence.
Huh? How does this show that I was involved in the incident?
Oh, the footage doesn't actually show the owner of Amur.
Oh, huh. I guess you're right. Well, what about this then?
What evidence do I have that shows he's related to the incident? Oh, right, I see. Hold on. Still getting used to this game. Time is 9 o'clock. Right, so established that. Doesn't say anything. We can see him there at the back of the picture. So at 10 o'clock, on the night of the incident, members of the Matsugane family can be seen exiting Amur along with the club's owner. This is this guy. Such, it can be deduced that that Hamura was alone in the venue with Kumi, the soon-to-be victim.
Take a look.
Gotcha.
On the night of the crime, you left Amur with these Matsugane goons, leaving Hamura and Kume, the victim, alone in there. You're knee-deep in this.
Guess I can't argue with that logic.
Don't worry, I won't ask for anything too out there. Just a bit of your time. I'm working on Hamura's defense, and I'm hoping you're the silver bullet.
Oh yeah? Whatever, I'll talk.
Nice.
Huh. You actually tracked him down.
Appreciate the help. Now, what went down around 9 p.m. on the night of December 3rd?
My ugly mug for the cutscenes.
Captain Hamura brought that Kansai punk Kume in here. It was out of the blue. Caught me off guard.
Were there any other customers here at the time?
Just a few. They bailed when Hamura came busting in here. Who wouldn't? I ended up sending the girls home, too. Once everybody was gone, the Matsugane guys just laid into Kume for almost an hour. You didn't hear that from me.
You're good. Don't worry.
Then, right around 10, something kind of weird happened. Hamura kicked everyone out of the club, even me.
And the only ones left inside were Hamura and Kume.
Yep.
You know why Hamura kicked everyone out?
He said Kume reminded him of an old friend. Claimed they needed to have a chat, alone. At least that's how he worded it.
And that didn't seem weird to anyone?
Oh, the Matsugane boys had plenty to say about it. But if the boss tells you to leave, you get the heck out. No clue what went down in the club after that.
Hey, crazy Aussie guy, how you doing? The light does wonders for my hair. Well, thank you. It's energy-saving hairstyle. The light shines off my head, bounces back into the room and reflects the heat, you see. I'm not thinking. Got a Scottish haircut, saves you a fortune. Something that only this guy can answer, so let's start with that. About the security camera at the back.
Tell me about the camera out back. The broken one.
Oh, that?
How long's it been like that?
For about a month. Some drunk asshole chucked a rock. Cracked it right open. It was just for show, though. Never actually worked in the first place.
Not much use to me then.
But the violence in the club.
Did you just sit and watch while the Matsugane tore into Kume?
What do you mean? What else could I have done?
Called the cops on them for one. Not like they're especially good for business. Nor is a dead body in your club.
Come on. They'd have killed me if I did that. And frankly, it didn't look like they were hurting him too bad. If anything, they were going easy on him.
Meaning what?
Like just smacking him around a bit. You know, nothing too serious. Once in a while, they'd hit him a little harder to make him bleed, I guess.
Least response.
The cops came by after the incident, right?
A detective, yeah. Guy named Kuroiwa. Apparently with organized crime.
What did you tell him?
Not a whole lot. Same stuff I told you. Forensics was tearing this place apart. Trying to find bloodstains from Kume. You know, with that luminol stuff. I thought I'd wiped all that up before they got here, but that sure was a waste. Turns out blood's tougher to clean up than I thought. Now they're convinced the murder happened here.
Was there that much blood? Before you wiped it up, I mean.
No, not really. I told you, they barely even made Kume bleed.
Sounds like he didn't die here then.
Well, I certainly wouldn't know.
That's all I wanted to ask.
Well, thanks. This is a huge help.
We done here?
New info has been added to your case file. Camarocho serial killing. Oh, itchy nose, excuse me, chat. Security footage shows Aragaki leaving at 10:00 on the night of the crime. The footage indicates he was forced out by Hamura. According to Aragaki's testimony, only Hamura and Kumi remained inside the club after he vacated the premises.
Mind if I pick your brain again?
Go right ahead, Yagami-san.
It's not the same scene, is it? Yep, that's fine.
Well, thanks. This is a huge help.
We done here?
We are. Movement is so Yankee. Got solar power with it, indeed. It actually heats my whole house. You know, most people have solar panels on the roof tiles in the outside of the house. I have them on my ceiling. The light bounces off, reflects back up into the solar panels. Heats my whole house. Saves me a fortune.
Kaito, what's up?
Hey man, where are you?
Just left a club called Amor, over on Supon Street.
Amor? Isn't that one of the Matsugane joints?
Yep, Hamura and the victim were apparently alone in here the night of the murder. Anyway, need something?
Yep, swing by the office when you're done there.
What's up?
It's no rush.
He's not
We'll see
actually
when
on
you
the
get
screen.
here. Later.
Interesting. You're the same. Nice one. Yeah, anyway, it's good. You might not look the best, but it saves you a fortune on not only energy and heating with solar panels, but also haircuts. I'm gonna go in here. Where's that music coming from? Not quite in free roam yet. Jungle Boy, I have to.
Guess we're doing this.
Yeah, we get randomly attacked. It's blocked. Nice.
What a waste.
Attacking enemies. Things dads tell kids. Indeed, sir, indeed. Rush combo. Strike the enemy with up to 4 consecutive blows. Remember all these. And consecutive strong attacks. Just basic combos of square and triangle. So we need just button mash. Not going to remember all that, so we'll be doing a lot of button mash. So L1 is block. Let me in. Oh, there's the door.
What the? Why is she here?
How about you ask her yourself, Romeo?
Good to see you, Yagami-kun.
Hey, public prosecutor Mafuyu Fuji.
Don't worry, it's not what you think. And before you ask, she's not here to win your heart again.
Win my heart again.
Hold on a minute. Let's make one thing clear. We never dated.
Guess I misspoke. Don't sue.
She's wired.
I'm here on business. That should be obvious.
Business?
The prosecutor's office is pressing murder charges against Kyohei Hamura of the Matsugane family. You're involved, aren't you, Yagami-kun?
Word travels fast.
Nothing that happens in Genda's office gets away from me.
Saori-san just can't keep a secret, huh?
Not with me. We go way back.
Since you were kids, right?
Yep.
Back to Hamura, though. They're already pressing charges? They only just arrested him.
Apparently the prosecutor's had his eye on Hamura for a while now. He's just been lying in wait for the perfect moment to strike.
And this prosecutor is...
Your friend Izumida.
Somehow I knew it'd be him.
You haven't seen that guy since the whole not guilty verdict, huh, Talk?
Yep.
He's probably still sore about it.
Too bad Shintani's gonna be the one in charge of the case and not me.
You're really never becoming a lawyer again, are you?
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Genda-sensei asked me the same question.
I see.
Does the prosecution have any work for me? I'd be glad to cut you a discount.
You know what, Yagami-kun?
Hmm?
This detective business really doesn't suit you.
Couldn't she have just called? Think she went through the trouble for a reason? Maybe you?
It's, getting dark out. I should walk her back.
Huh.
All right. You obviously have issues.
Mafuyu.
Not so fast. Who are you?
This dude.
Chief Prosecutor? And Yagami-kun, what are you doing?
Well, I was planning to walk you home.
Really? That's so sweet.
Well then. I apologize for my forcefulness.
He's no ordinary chief prosecutor. He likes her so.
Sure.
Don't tell anyone, Crazy
This is
Ozzy
Chief
guy, but
Prosecutor Morita.
so do I.
And, you already know Prosecutor Izumida.
Long time no see, Yagami-sensei. Courtroom just hasn't been the same without you around. Damn near breaks my heart. So you're defending Hamura, huh?
Nope, Shintani's handling it. I'm just collecting evidence. Looks like you don't need that walk home off of you. Later.
Oh yeah, almost forgot. You're not a lawyer anymore. Even after your landmark acquittal. Too bad.
I only won because I was up against you.
You shut your damn mouth. If it wasn't for your bullshit logic, that murderer would have been behind bars. An innocent girl died because of you.
Tell me what was so bullshit about my defense then. Come on, say it.
Everything!
That's enough, Izumida.
It's okay, Izumida-san. Thanks for thinking of me, Yagami-kun.
Farewell.
Oh, I think about you. No problem.
Man, has that guy got an aura or what? If I was a chick, I'd be way into that.
Not now, Kaito-san.
My bad,
What?
my bad. So, what do we do about the case?
Mafuyu said they're already pressing charges. We should go to Genda's. Let Shintani know what's going on. I want you there too.
Got it. See you over there then.
What is it now?
Look, just, take a breather, huh? Count to 10 or something.
I'll give you a breather.
Love it.
Ah,
Hey, Ninja Boom TV, sir, how are you? Hello, hello. I miss the 80HD streaming. How are you guys? Good to see you, good to see you. Yeah, I've been absent for a week. All sorts going on. House hunting, lots of tech issues, PC, internet issues. Wasn't well, still got a bit of a sniffle. It's been mad. But we're back today. Hope you're all doing well. Ninja, did you get to 50 yet, sir? Are you affiliated yet, sir? Mr. Ninja TV. You did, but not affiliated. Oh, all right, you just need the... Is it the average you need now, is it, I suppose? Yeah. Well, keep at it, but congratulations on the 50. Nearly there, sir. Nearly there. 80HD, how are you, sir? How have you been? Been playing some Back for Blood. I've checked out a little bit. I played a bit of... played it solo with bots. That game is terrible on solo. Basically, there's no progression, so everything's unlocked at the start, like all your cards, and you just choose, and you run solo, and the bots are absolutely useless. So yeah, you definitely, even though there's a solo mode, it's definitely, you have to really play it with, ideally friendos, I suppose. Yeah, better than beta, but still. Ugh. But there's no progression, so there's no fun. It's like you don't get any reward points or nothing. Everything's unlocked. So you can play through it with bots, but you get no reward for it, so it just feels naff. You really have to go into a normal campaign with either randoms or friendos. So ideally you want friendos, don't you? Yeah, Ninja, Back for Blood is the same devs as Left 4 Dead. It's effectively Left 4 Dead 3. Basically what Back for Blood is. Follow each. Yeah, crazy. I don't have an I follow each command. I don't believe so. Left 4 Dead is actually where your name comes from, really? I never played the Left 4 Dead games. Let me see. I think there is an I. Spell. If you try that with a name or anything, Crazy Aussie, that might work. I'm not sure. He was a ninja boomer. They used to do sneaky spawns and just appear. Oh, really? Well, there you go. Yeah, I don't have rank neither. There you go. Absolute bonus, if you want Back for Blood on PC or Xbox, I suppose, get the Xbox Game Pass for PC, and you get 1 month of Ultimate for £1. £1 or $1, wherever your area is, I suppose. You play it for 30 days or a month for £1, and then cancel. You cancel at any time. It's interesting that with this Game Pass, I've done this a few times. Got for £1, cancelled, and a couple of months later join up again and get the same deal. It's great. Great. That's what I'm playing it on. I might be playing it a bit offline tomorrow night with Jim and Bainsy. I think it's offline. But we are looking for a 4th person, so if anyone's available tomorrow evening, bit of Back for Blood, let me know. Sorry to bug Yagamishi, but I kinda need to ask us. Who's this? Yeah, no worries, AHD. We'll see what we are all up to. What is it you're trying to find out, Crazy Aussie guy? There is give me a second. How long you've followed? Good one. Yeah, Ninja, I'm going to try some Visage tonight. I normally, occasionally, it's been too rare lately, I would do an evening stream where I have a couple of whiskeys, whiskey and chill I call it, funnily enough. And I just thought, because I haven't been streaming the last few days, I'll do one tonight, whiskey and not so chill. There's some Visage as it's spooky month. Just a sec, Crazy. I think I know why it didn't work. Because the spelling was different. There you go. Yes, you spelt your own name, sir. Wrong, sir. That's why I didn't work. 1 week and 6 days. Welcome. It's very, very spooky. Have you played it, Ninja? Yeah, it looks really intense. So the plan is tonight with a few wee whiskies. Every time we get a jump scare, I'll take a wee dram. No doubt I'll end up paralytic after the stream. I hope to go on about 9 o'clock tonight, something like that, just for a couple of hours, a bit of fun, a few drams, a bit of Visage for spooky month. See how we go. That's the plan. Yeah. Look forward to that, kind of. I booted it up last night just to see it works okay, and I didn't go any further than the intro, so I'm intrigued. We need to neck a bottle, made you crap yourself multiple times. Damn. Yeah, I've not really played a lot of horror games. I played a bit of Until Dawn ages ago, and that made me jump a couple of times. And that was quite soft, really. It should be interesting. Yeah. Right, what's this message all about? Just think of it as paying me back for last time. Fair enough, what do you need me to do? Buy me a model figure. There's a specific one I've been looking for, and apparently they have it at Ibisu. Which makes sense since they're limited edition and sold out everywhere else. This may be my only chance to get it. Alright, I'll see what I can do. I think there's a side quest. Must be in the pawn shop, that's not far. Tsukumo's always helping me out, so I do owe him one. Poor guy has never felt comfortable outdoors. Friend event. Okay, this is new. Some nice friends. Let's drink together. Excuse me. In horror games boring. Yeah, well, I've never tried horror games, so... Well, the way they make them try and the way they're effective is the sound engineering in these games. That's what's the scary part. It's not necessarily the visual, it's the sounds. Crystal clear. Horror movies, yeah, I'm with you. They make me laugh. They're just ridiculous. Don't frighten me at all. But I wanted to try a horror game and see what all the fuss was about. You want me to go down the dark alley? The fine art to making a good one needs good sound and to keep the ghost monster out of sight for as long as possible, like Amnesia. Yeah, like I said, I've never played these. But the sound, I noticed that when I fired it up Visage last night, the intro, I could tell immediately the sound. Everything is crystal clear. Loud. That's where they do a really good job of it. Phasmophobia was a bit like that. I was going to do Phasmophobia, but the UI in that is terrible. I didn't like the control system in that. And they said they introduced a solo player mode, but really it's exactly the same as multiplayer, except you have to run back and forward yourself. But like Escape from Tarkov, which you know, Ninja, again, the sound in that game is better than any game I've ever played. Problems with other parts of the game, yeah, but the sound quality really adds to the atmosphere in that game. Here to buy. $10,000 EFT hands down the best sound engine, absolutely. What's called to Hunt? I've never played Hunt Showdown either. Never played that. Similar to EFT, isn't it? That type of game. God's sake, the controls are awful. Right. Inventory limitations.
ありがとうございました。
Inventory limitations. Fine.
いらっしゃいませ。
We sell some stuff. Don't really have anything to sell.
ありがとうございました。
Wait. Items. How on earth is there inventory limitations?
いらっしゃいませ。
Really? Yeah, I'm gonna have to try that hunt showdown. Give it a blast. Not that time. This is nuts. Okay. I think it's what's wanted, but how do you even know a pawn shop would have it? Guess I'll go make the handoff. Because he probably sold it to the pawn shop, didn't he? How many fights I get into between here and there. Alright, coming through. He's behind me. Come on then, let's fight. Sweet thumbs. Let's blow. Better remember the controls. Nice, that was a fluke. See, just button mash. Pick up that baseball bat. Pick up the bat.
What a waste.
Oh yeah, wall jumps and wall strikes. I forgot that. Dash towards a wall. Jump off it. I'm gonna remember all these. Work outside of combat as well. Really? Right, let me try this one of these walls.
Guess we're doing this.
I have to be closer. Nice. Love those finishes.
Really, guys?
Exactly. Really, guys? Changing styles. Yeah, crane style and tiger style. Crane against groups, tiger against opponent. Single opponent. I'm gonna change styles. Right, let's go. How could I change styles? Ah, it's a down button. Easy, Uzi.
And stay down.
Oh yeah, it's the computer nerd. That's who it is.
Hey,
What are the goods? Is this one right? Yep, that's the one. Many thanks. How much was it? 100,000 yen. What? It's on me. I'm paying you back for last time, remember? Really? Hey. It's pretty generous. No worries. You wouldn't have been quicker to go yourself. What can I say? I'm a busy guy. Plus, there's this pre-order about to open up. It's time to man the battle stations. PS5 must be dropping. You've always got a reason to stay cooped up, eh? You never change. Nah. Shouldn't say that. You've improved a lot, actually. It's all thanks to you, Agamishi. I mean, might never... Teeth back in. I never have made human contact again if it weren't for you reaching out to me. Speaking of which... finally set foot out of your house, only to end up hiding away in a net cafe. Well, the rent's cheap and the internet's fast. What more could you want for in life? Besides, this is the perfect place for an informant to set up his base of operations. True, you've always been a big help, that's for sure. Either way, I'm lucky to have you. Right back at you. City reputation. Once you become friends with someone, you'll sometimes receive items from them when you pay them a visit. If you don't get an item, try coming back later. Friends. The power of friendship. Some of the people in town have special icon as shown on the left. This signifies that you can become their friend. The more friends you have, the more side cases become available. Depending on who you talk to, you might just end up meeting a powerful ally. Friendship meter. In order to become friends with someone, you'll have to fill up their meter. Well, hey. A person's friendship meter will fill up as you help them solve their issues and listen to their concerns. If you want to interact with a friend who seems unavailable, try doing some other things for a while. Got anything for me yet? I have hands full right now. Can buy later. He's got the smiley face, so we're buds. We buds. Shower booth. I know internet cafes are kind of popular in that in Japan, but they really have shower booths in them as well. So you could literally spend most of your life in there. You've got smoking rooms. Smoke. Out of cigs. You have to pick some up just to see if it triggers anything. Having a smoke in there. Alright, Crazy Aussie guy. Good night, sir. Yeah, of course. I forget it's late for you where you are. Thanks for popping by. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. And good night to you, sir. Okay, next. Or he's run into a fight. I'm going to turn off sprint because... One. I should switch back to this one. Right. Hold on. I want to pick up a bike and throw it at you. Nice. Love it.
Really, guys?
Really, guys? We go bowling. I think we can, maybe just not right now. Hey, Benzie, sir. Thank you for the resub, mate. 3 months, I appreciate that. How you doing, buddy? You'll be at work, I take it. You're always at work, so... I want to go bowling. I think you can go bowling in this game. Might just not be unlocked yet. You're at work, mate. No worries. Hope you're not too busy. Hope you're going to get some of your holiday back that you had to went to work on your week off. Hello, welcome to Smile Burger, home of the free smile. We have. Let's try the teriyaki Smile Burger. Fries. Oh, we're full. So the burger will do this. Okay. That should restore my health.
Good stuff.
Teriyaki Smile Burger. Hey, you over there. I don't mean to startle you. Could you show me your smile? You what? Show you my what? Why? 2 weeks off end of November. No worries. We'll make sure you take those 2 weeks there. Switch your phone off. On at 9 tonight. Yeah, I plan to be. I'm going to try out a bit of you know, one of my late Whisky streams. We'll try out that spooky game Visage. Never played it before. Just fancy a couple of hours of that. I'll probably end up drunk. For something different. We've decided to host an event that fosters friendship between Smile Burger and the local community. Allow me to explain. First, each of our guests can take a smile snapshot with one of our Smile staff members. This is a tongue twister. Then we'll post that snapshot up on our official Smile site. Finally, our other customers can go online to vote who has the winning grin. Simple enough. See, I'd fail that in real life because I have a natural frown. I was born that way. Alright, Benzie, no worries. I'll see you tonight then, buddy. Cheers again for the sub, mate. Appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day at work. Yeah, I was born with a natural frown, right? So it's caused me no end of grief throughout my life. I was forever getting in fights at school when I first started going to pubs and all that because people thought I was growling at them. Right? If I was just doing my natural face, it's natural frown. And they say apparently you use more muscles frowning than you do smiling. So most people are born with a natural kind of smile. It comes effortlessly. I have to physically work to put a smile on my face. So people were thinking I was giving them dirty, evil looks all the time and growling at them. And the amount of grief I used to get. Still do it to these days. Yeah. So I'd be useless at this competition.
Huh?
Wait, you're going to be uploading our pictures online? Yeah. And to compensate for this blatant breach of privacy, the winner gets first dibs at trying our secret menu. You still have to pay for the food though. But after forcing us to smile and uploading our pictures online, you still want to take our money. Sir, could you maybe turn that frown upside down? Hate that saying. I used to get told that a lot when I was a kid, as well as, wait for it, the saying everyone hates. Smile, it might never happen. Now that got me into fights. Why not give us a smile instead? Man, all I wanted was a burger. How do I get out of this? Look at like that. How about taking a picture with yours truly? Name's Hane Ida, by the way. Hello, Hane. Sure. Alright, fine. I'm a sucker for a secret menu. Feed my belly. Great, then let's get started. We're going to make this work. This one right out front. The wackier side to the game. Let's see that handsome smile. I know. Maybe try laughing. Oh, this is real. How to take a selfie. Open up the camera, press L3. You can change your expressions or we're going to make her angry. Selfies now. Okay. Change expressions. Smile, okay. Thought I could change hers as well. Well, it wasn't terrible. Yeah, right, Ninja? Yeah. Selfie tutorial. My God. I'm an old man. This is an old man type of game. Shouldn't have to be learning about selfies. I'm afraid your smile still needs a little work, sir. Are you not a naturally happy person? See, this is what I was trying to explain earlier. I've had this all my life. It's nothing to do with being happy or not, whether you smile or not. It's nothing to do with it. I was born with a natural frown. That's the way I look, right? And maybe it's a disability. Really, I should be insulted. I should be crying. You know, you can't talk to disabled people like that. It's a form of... Is it deformation? I don't know. I was born with a natural smile. A natural frown. People always say, oh, you're not happy, you're miserable. Or, cheer up, you miserable sod. Smile, might never happen. All that pish. You know. Me, I'm not an angry Scotsman, you know. Yeah. Oh, we're semi-friendlies. Hey, you asked me for my best smile and then you come for my life like that. No frowning, please. Just keep that grin on your chin and look forward to the results. I hate this. It's like this game is trolling me. It secretly looked into my past and my childhood and just, right, how can we wind him up? Unbelievable. Again. I can't eat some fool. Where'd I get a free smile from? Oh, Millennium Tower Burger. So, we can build up a friendship with her at some point. Who's this now? Oh, he's unhappy. What's up, dude? Welcome to Popo. Would you be interested in learning the music fair we're holding? Not really. But I'll do it to be a friend. Hmm? Sure, why not? What's this all about? Every 700 yen purchase you make, you'll earn a single point. Collect 10 of them to earn a fantastic prize. I have to get some cigs while I'm here. What would that be? A limited edition record that's sure to brighten the day. On top of that, each of our branches carries a different record, so please visit us at any store you like. You do have a record player back in the office. You're welcome to try it out any time. So everything I buy at Popo counts towards a prize. That's not a bad deal. Okay. Don't need food. Let's get Jack Daniels. Proper branded stuff as well. Tell you what I do need. I need cigarettes. Try out in that smoking room. With today's purchase, your points have gone up by 0. Wait, what? You have a 0 point total. You gather 10 points to prevent you with a record. I need to spend X amount, don't I? I take these to go. Tell you what. Bottle of JD. That's skint now. Today's purchase, your points have gone up by 4. You don't have 4 point total. If you gather 10, we'll present you with a record. So we'll keep coming back and buying stuff when we have the money to do so. Hey Chef James, you're right, sir. How are we doing? Thanks again for the raid earlier, my friend. Appreciate that. What did you cook today, sir? Explore? Explore. Banana bread, nice. I just got a taste of that there. You know, sometimes you think, imagine something, and I was imagining you pulling it out of the oven because you just streamed it, so it'll be piping hot. Got that kind of sensation, you could almost taste it. It's very nice, sir. Why's this sending me all over the place? Let's have a fight. Traffic cone. Pick that up. Patch them right in. Awesome. Double chop. Oh, let's try this wall run thing. Hold on. Chocolate is chocolate banana bread. Ah, we broke the glass. Wrong direction. Oh, that sounds tasty, James. I'm jumping up and down all excited, and a round of applause. Thank you, sir. It's all right. Back in here again. Looks I've lost a bit of health. What would you do? Have a fresh lettuce sandwich. A tuna and egg sandwich. Went up by 0. I must have to spend over 500, I think. Off. Notice you didn't have any chocolate banana bread on there. Poor. think all that was just introducing me to like side stuff we can do.
Here you go.
Scene, hide my ugly mug.
Hey, Yagami. The hell were you thinking sending Kaito here by himself? Guy acts like he owns the goddamn place.
All hail King Kaito.
Just sit your ass down, would you?
That boss.
Just got the call from Mafia-kun. Sounds like they're seriously gearing up for this trial. You and Shintani better be ready.
With Shintani.
So, we finally have some details from the cops. Murder specifics, forensic results, even their proof that Hamura's the one who did it.
That's a lot.
Let's see it.
But first... Just don't forget your role in all of this. Especially you, Yagami. At the end of the day, you're just a mercenary. The one who decides how this investigation goes is me. Understand?
You got it. It's your show. Now, why don't we look at those documents, Shintani-sensei?
That's more like it. First up is the crime scene. Around 6 a.m., morning of December 4th. Police get a call about a body in the alleyway behind a moor. The officer who rushed to the scene confirmed the corpse on arrival.
Quick search mode. Damn, this is one of the longest tutorials I've ever experienced. Quick search mode is used when examining pieces of evidence. You'll get a complete view of the object in question on the left side of the screen during quick search mode. On the right hand side of the screen, you'll see an enlarged view of the area as well as a cursor. The parts of evidence can examine will appear in the enlarged view on the right side. Pressing X while the cursor is hovering in a particular area will allow you to examine further. Examine your evidence thoroughly and satisfy all objectives in order to complete the investigation. Let's check his eyes first, they would gouge it out.
Victim was a Kansai thug, bottom feeder with the Kyorei clan. Toshiro Kume. Body had a few bruises, but the cause of death is pretty obvious. 2 puncture wounds, straight through the eyes. The cops think the murderer used something like an ice pick, pierced right into his brain.
And then put your shades back on him.
Thinking about it.
You're telling me. Looks like
Ice
the
pick
murder
through the
weapon went
eyeballs.
through Kume's eyes, then tore him out when the killer took it back. Only natural to think the Tojo was trying to make an example out of him. You know, threaten the Kyorei. So even if Hamura didn't do it, it's damn likely that someone from the Tojo clan did.
And if we can figure out who it was, Hamura will be off the hook.
What? Find the real killer? That's a step too far. Priority number 1 is proving his alibi. We do that, we're in the clear.
Cam back on. Something's not right. If this is where the murder happened, where's the blood?
There's pretty much no blood anywhere near the body, meaning Kume wasn't murdered in that alley. If I had to guess, I'd say he died in a moor.
But we were there and there was no blood. Next, I need to figure out how to dispose of the corpse. Is there anything that would point to that? Generally, always the shoes.
Night of the crime, an employee from another bar tossed their trash out in this alley. Around 2 a.m. Didn't see anything out of the ordinary, though. In other words, Kume got dumped sometime between 2 and 6 a.m. when the body was found.
Would have been paid off. Come to think of it, where are the victim's possessions like a wallet or phone?
Nothing was found in Kume's pockets. No wallet, no phone, nothing. Bet the murderer broke the phone. Cops tried one of those Find My Phone things, but came up empty-handed. Guess the killer at least tried to cover his tracks.
Uh-huh.
Investigation complete.
You take a peek in the alley when you were over at Amore? Doubt there's any traces left at this point, but it's apparently just out the back. Anyway, this is Kume, just before he died.
Before the killer took his eyes.
Come on, don't say stuff like that.
So what's the prosecution's angle on this?
Well, try thinking about it in the context of the Tojo-Kyorei feud. 2 other Kyorei Yakuza turned up dead before this, each with their eyes gouged out. Not a far leap to assume the Tojo's responsible for all 3 murders. You follow?
Good chance the murders are a result of the Tojo clan versus Kyorei clan turf war. I knew that.
Yep. Go on.
All right. This is how the prosecution thinks it all went down. December 3rd, just around 9 o'clock, right out front of Club Amore. An argument breaks out between Captain Hamura of the Matsugane family and Kume and Murase of the Kyorei clan. Hamura and his thugs drag Kume into the club, at which point Murase abandons Kume and flees the scene. Hamura then locks Kume in Amore for around an hour, while he and his boys beat the daylights out of the guy.
Beat the daylights.
Around 10 p.m., Hamura kicks everyone out, leaving only himself and Kume in the club. Up to that point, their story matches the camera footage and the testimony we have from the owner of Amore. The prosecution's story continues as follows. Once the 2 of them were alone, Hamura tortured Kume even more violently. Then, between 2 and 3 a.m., he drove a sharp weapon into Kume's eye, killing him instantly. Once he finished gouging Kume's eyes out, Hamura dumped the body in the alley behind Amore. When questioned, Hamura said, "Me and Kume left Amore around midnight. I went for a steam right after." But since no evidence can back up that claim, the prosecution doubts its credibility. 6 a.m. on the morning of the 4th, Kume's body was found. And 1 week later, they arrested Hamura.
All seems too obvious,
So they got 3 things. The camera footage, the bloodstains in the club, and Hamura's Swiss cheese alibi. Any of those alone wouldn't be enough to get a conviction. But with all 3, the prosecution thinks they've got this case in the bag. End of the day, to them it's just Yakuza offing Yakuza.
Guess there's lots of reasons for them to suspect Hamura.
Makes sense they'd see it that way. I'm more interested in what you think, though. Did Hamura actually kill Kume?
I don't know. The guy rubs me the wrong way, yeah. But I'm pretty sure he's innocent. A cunning Yakuza like Hamura wouldn't just offload the corpse in an alley like that. Too sloppy. If he really did it, forget about the eyes. You'd never even find the body.
Agreed. That's our Shintani-sensei. Prickliest guy in town. But damn if he's not a terrific lawyer.
With you there.
Was that supposed to be a compliment? What? Something wrong?
If Hamura didn't do it, the person who did is still out there somewhere.
Huh?
We've just got to find them if we want to clear Hamura's name.
Ha! You think we've got the manpower for that? Tracking down a criminal like that takes an entire organized front. Best leaving that to the cops, if you ask me. My only job here is defending Hamura.
A lawyer's job is only to prove reasonable doubt, not the defendant's innocence. To them, the truth is irrelevant.
Then what's your next move?
Gonna need some more info on the victim. Remember Kume's buddy? The one who ran off when the Matsugane boys jumped him. Name's Akira Murase, from the Kyorei clan. I want to hear what he has to say.
About what?
About what he did after he watched Kume get dragged into the club. Did he really just abandon his friend? It's hard to believe.
He's right, no self-respecting Yakuza would run off and leave his buddy to die. Murase must have at least attempted a rescue. Find out for sure, that would mean...
Come on, man. Is this the time to go knocking on the Kyorei clan's door? Sounds like suicide to me.
I bet they're out for blood after what happened to Kume.
One way or another, I want that info from Murase. Huh. You're the ones who have to figure out how to get it. That's the deal, remember?
The deal my ass. Poking a hornet's nest ain't gonna get us anything but stung.
He's right, though. Come on, Kaito-san.
Fine. First things first, we need to find out where the Kyorei clan's hiding. They gotta have a base or something.
Probably quickest to just go ask Matsugane-san. He's got all the real Tojo clan dirt.
Oh, I guess I'll pass. Can't exactly waltz in, being expelled and all.
Yeah, I'll take care of this one by myself. I'll call you when I'm done.
New info's been added. Nice. Interesting. I wonder if it gets to a point where we have to actually wrap up this case. Do we make a decision? Or whether it's just, it's on rails. Be interesting. Yeah, these are just random buildings. Hotel room. Must be later in the game, I imagine. Any other reason to be here right now? So, oh no, there's a Club Sega. Play one game. This. Oh yeah, it's like a zombie. It's a bit like Back 4 Blood. We play a bit of Back 4 Blood. No, man. Sorry, man. Right, might come back down to that in a second. Some of these before. Big darts. 200 yen. Do a game of darts. Okay. Beginner darts. Select your darts. Cricket count up next. 01. Let's just do 301. I'm not very good.
Let's do it.
Right. Hold on.
Nice.
Nice. Oh man.
Yep.
We've got left 125. Let's go for level 17.
Nice.
Single 20. Triple. Double 7 for the game. Oh, you don't finish in doubles in this. Single 14.
Yep.
Ain't that finish. 301 though. Awards and feats. Low ton times 1. Wait, what did I get? Oh, eat my sandwich to recover my health. Yeah. Interesting. No, let's go back and let's have a quick game of Back for Blood. Actually, no, it's on a while. Oh well. We'll stick with the main game. But yeah, there's so many little side content you can do in this game. Oh, many Sega games. Darts, I'm sure there's bowling, I'm sure there's baseball cages, batting cages. Mahjong, those kind of things. Just like the Yakuza games. I do believe in this game there's drone racing later on.
Bring it on.
Let's have a fight. Pick up a bike. Batter you over the melt with it. Nice.
And stay down.
Yep, all the combos. Now, what about skills? I have a ton of points. I like doing these specials. Bypassed. Get an upgrade for that. Tailing targets be less likely to notice you if you break something. Tailing gain 5 additional seconds to relocate. Yeah, I'll probably need that. All the base ones. What we need for now. If we start struggling, then we can upgrade a ton of stuff. Men's entertainment box. Well, this controller's glitched. Pushing me in this direction. Oh, bloody controller. What's going on? Dude. What? Club Vanity. The controller. Assuming I can't do anything in here yet. A good thing. Oh, you want to fight? Okay, let me just pick up this sign.
What a waste.
Oh, me outside. Vanity. What a name for the club. Can't get that out of my head. Club Vanity. This might get a bit rough in here. Get my butt kicked.
Here, right this way. The Matsugane are an offshoot of the Tojo clan. Not the biggest Yakuza family on the block. They're a small branch that's low on the tree. But the family's patriarch, Mitsugu Matsugane, is like a father to me. And Kaito-san.
Excuse me. Yagami-san's here to pay you a visit.
Oh, so good to see you again, my boy. Now then, feels like ages since you last stopped by.
I know. I wonder why that is, huh? Could it be that you're the only one who's glad to see me?
Well, you have a point there. How's Kaito these days? Staying out of trouble?
He's okay.
If not for that incident, he'd still be part of the family, you know. Hard to believe it's already been a year. The both of you were more or less the sons I never had.
The past is what it is.
True. But I'm glad to hear he's doing well, under your watch.
I'm sure Kaito-san will always feel like my aniki. If not for you, I would have taken another direction in life. I'd be a very different person, I think.
You'd have turned out just fine, my boy.
Excuse me. T.
So then, one would drag you back to an office where you're not exactly welcome.
Hamura is giving me some grief.
Is he now? I was under the assumption Genda is handling the issue. Are you helping him out with the case now?
Shintani's got me looking for the Kyori clan. I just need to find them, so I can ask him a few things.
Not wise, my boy. You do know they're all up in arms right now? Sure you want this?
Don't worry. I just want to have a word.
Does the name the Kajihira Group mean anything to you?
No. Can't say that it does.
They're a Kansai outfit. They've got a front in the city. The KJ Art office down on Senryo Avenue. Be careful, though. There's Kyori crawling on every floor. These are Tojo clan streets, but that's their turf now.
Senryo Avenue. KJ Art, eh? I'll check it out.
I know you're busy. Although, you think I could visit your office someday soon? Keep it on the down low.
Yeah, of course.
Wonder what happens if I don't answer the call.
Kaito-san, just left the Matsugane office. The Kyori are shacked up in some place
not on
called
the
KJ
screen.
Art.
Huh. And that's where we'll find Murase?
Not sure. We won't know if we don't check it out ourselves.
You're thinking stakeout, huh? Sounds like the perfect time to give the drone a whirl.
That might be our only choice.
Fingers crossed. Anyway, I'll see you over there.
Alright. Pause it there a second. It's a good time for a quick bio break. Bio break warning. Bio break alert, that's the 2-minute warning. I'm going to have a quick break, stretch my legs, top up my drink, and I'll be back in a couple of minutes and we will continue more crazy. I was about to say Yakuza, some more crazy Judgment. Thanks everyone for being here, I appreciate you watching. I'll see you soon, be right back. They're back. Let's continue. Case file. Head to KJ Art. Looks so good. Some bum over Earth Angel kept pestering me. Some of these places we can go into. Everyone walks about 3 miles an hour. I haven't worked out what these are. It looks like 3 pervy men. Ah, here we go. Absolute melt. Boom.
And stay down.
Open it. This is one of those shogi clubs. I'm not very good at shogi. Yeah. Sexy show pub. Controller, definitely broken.
What's up?
It's me. You at KJ Art yet?
Looks like it. Where are you?
I'm on the opposite roof. Look up.
Uh-huh. What the?
There he is. That shirt's like a homing beacon.
I see you. Be up in a sec.
Get on there. Wait, is he giving her a shoulder massage? She doesn't look into it. Right now I need to look for Kaito.
Hey.
That's an employee at the Cat Cafe. Gotta look for Kaito. Now, keep hearing a cat meowing. Who is it? You, kitty kitty. There'll be a cat round here. Or was it just making that noise because we're investigating the cat cafe? Just want to know if I could pet the cat. Right, dude. Internet cafe. Sorry, ma'am. Cat cafe. Let's have a look. Kitty, can I pet the cat? All the cats. Wait, is this cat petting cafe? And where you go to pet cats? Or is it like a place where you drop off your cat? That'll do. Cool. Can't imagine there's not screeching and claws and fur flying everywhere. Here. Any loot first? No.
Yo. Hell of a view, wouldn't you say? Too bad the place is absolutely crawling with Yakuza.
Guess this is the Kyorei hideout after all.
No doubt.
And Marase?
Couldn't find him. I looked pretty damn hard with the drone, too.
You sure it was hard enough?
Sure.
Come on, let's try again. I'll fly it this time. When you want something done, do it yourself, right?
Sure, you ass.
Now we've got the drone flying. Fly the drone using the drone app. Flight, take command, customize. You can customize it. Currently unavailable. Change the controls. Well, damn. Can't do them yet. Dude,
This here is
awesome.
Marase. Wonder if we can just peek through the windows, see if we can find him.
Okay, control camera, the D-pads. Examine, finish. Large shrink image. Tutorial. Examinator is using the drone. Use the objective displayed in the top right to help you figure out what you need to investigate. While operating the drone, move the crosshairs over potentially suspicious areas and hold R2. An examine icon will appear for something to check out. Examine various places of evidence and satisfy all objectives. Okay. Oh, this is awesome. I thought it'd be really, really sensitive, but it's not. Cat up there. Oh, kitty. No.
Hey, what the?
Lines are down, I can't see in. The controls are a bit weird. Can't get any higher than that. Okay. Okay, that blind's open. It feels very strange. Go from a different angle. These controls feel really weird. Control camera, but as soon as you do, you go to move it, it moves. So basically ignore the D-pad, okay.
Hey.
Gotcha. Just a bunch of discs.
What's with the book? Don't these guys have anything better to do?
Evidently not. So the problem was I was using the D-pad. What is that?
Hey.
No, down.
What the?
Fancy room. Could see Maruzi. Whoa. Very sensitive. Enough go in the window. There he is.
Suspicious.
Hold up. That's him.
Yeah, that bit weird. Control. I might have to invert the controls for them. Drone. Particularly if it's drone racing later on.
Shit, he went inside. Let's try and figure out where to.
Get his whereabouts. Can't we just follow him? Oh yes. Oh, window's shut. Let me go in, okay. Nice safe in there. There he is. There. Trying to tell me I have to go around here. No.
Hey. What the?
Oh man, controls are really Yankee.
Hey, there he is. Well fucking done, man.
You're fucking welcome, man. That was very Yankee. I'll need to change the controls on that.
Guy has his own office, huh? He must be important. Think they'd let us meet him?
We wouldn't get past the front door.
Especially if we told him why we're here.
We'll need to find another way in if we want to put the squeeze on Marase.
Agreed. What are you thinking?
Oh, there's a few options on the table. As for the best one...
Sneaking a window.
I could try scaling the side of the building, then climbing in through an open window.
Do you even know how to scale a building? Besides, people see you doing it. Not to mention the blood
What are we talking about, the drone?
Spotted you.
Guess so, yeah.
Let's kill that idea then. You got a plan B?
Guys.
Maybe I could go undercover.
Oh yeah? Who has?
I was thinking pizza delivery.
You ever seen a pizza guy get invited inside?
Right. Yeah, forget the pizza.
How'd you get the
what about
pizza
some
then?
kind of repairman?
Now you're talking my language. They've got jumpsuits over at Don Quixote. Still, you can't show up and expect them to just let you stroll on in there.
True, huh? I think I've got it.
Huh?
What would they do if the heater broke?
Call a repairman, obviously. Are you suggesting we just wait till it breaks?
I don't know. Maybe we could speed things up a bit.
Never thought I'd see the day you came up with a plan like that. Who are you, and where'd you bury Talk's body?
If I told you, I'd have to kill you. Anyway, I'm gonna make things a little chilly for these KJ guys. You keep watch, okay?
Sounds good. Let's do this shit.
Do this shit. Destroy the heater unit. Let's just jump over. Do I have to go down the stairs? Ah, ladder. That'll do. We are still very much in tutorial. Yeah, let's have a fight. Yeah.
Bring it on. Really, guys?
1,000 yen? Nice. Yeah. Alright, dude, I ain't gonna fight you. Lockpicking. Cops heading your way. Finish what you gotta do quick. More tutorial. Lockpicking is questionable yet sometimes necessary measure for opening locked doors. Use a pick to adjust the notches of the pin so they line up with the shear line. Each pin is a set position. You can open the lock by aligning all shear lines. If you hold the pin too high, all the pins will reset. Different door locks have different number of pins. Some locks have to be picked within a given limit. Okay, just the sticks.
Shit.
Alright, okay.
Why am I bad? Shit.
Don't like these controls.
Almost there. Nice.
Alright, I get you.
Got it.
Right, very weird. I'm too used to like the Fallout ones. Or the heater unit. That'll do it. No way they're fixing that without a pro. Now for my disguise, Don Quixote, here I come. Right, I'm guessing Don Quixote is a clothes shop. Or an outfit shop of some sort. Don Quixote. Le marché. We getting here. Hello.
いらっしゃいませ。
Okay. Fancy some earrings, etc. Fancy watches.
ありがとうございました。
Yeah, some other time, mate. We need to wait for full free roam to open up. Taxis. Oppo, we're alright for stuff at the moment. Quixote. Gain a handyman disguise. Hello, sir.
いらっしゃいませ。
I'd like a handyman disguise, please. Oh, there we go. That'll do, innit? Work clothes. And amongst cat food and booze and... You're welcome.
What's up?
Checking in. You get the goods?
Yeah, I'm heading back now.
Better hurry. The plan's working. KJR's chilling out over here. They just called a repairman.
Perfect. I'll be there as soon as I can.
Try and speed through this a bit. I want to get to the end of the tutorial. Do love the design of these cities. Is it not in there? Down here. Shogi Club. Ow. I'm not going to play this. 50,000 yen bet to join them. I think so. 35,000. Yeah, we'll be back. So one of the other little mini games and side stuff you can do, if you so fancy. Dude, he's still on the roof.
I'm ready.
Get changed then, would you?
Okay, okay.
You can mask Yagami's identity with various disguises at certain points in the story. Simply use Items app and navigate to your Disguises tab. You must have the proper disguise in your inventory. Can't be worn all the time. Can only be worn when an investigation specifically requires it. You can't just change. Dirty clothes. Stakeout style. Oh my god. What clothes?
Nice. I think this'll work.
Nice.
I know you're in a disguise and all, but don't let your guard down, okay? Try to blend in.
Who do you think you're talking to?
All right. Heading into the Yakuza hotbed. But it could be a ton of fights in here. We could seriously get our butts kicked.
Hi there. I heard you're having some heater trouble. I'm here to fix it.
Yes, it seems to have stopped. Thank you for coming on such short notice.
You're welcome.
The main unit is just out the door to the left, right around the emergency stairwell.
Mind if I take a look at an indoor unit as well? These things can be pretty complicated.
Is that really necessary, sir?
Yes.
It'll help me get a better idea of the whole system. I'd rather not bore you with the specifics.
Very well, then. Sure. There's one in the security office to your left.
Thank you very much. I'll have you guys heated up in no time.
Bingo. Was that the lift repair guy? We've got the same outfits on. It's dark. I need to turn on the lights before I can look at the blueprint.
Uh-huh. Suspicious.
Suspicious. It is the switches for the lights. Oh, what in that safe?
Hey.
Okay. We still need a key to get to the stairs on the 3rd floor. Won't be able to get to the room Masuri's in. This is the security room, so they might be around here somewhere. I should take a look around. But every time we're in focus, we're going to have the cat meows.
Uh-huh.
$8919. That's got to be a code. 8919. 8919. 5038. Password. Vibrating. You left the key out on the desk. You've got to keep that locked to high security. I put it away for you this time. You know what will happen if you do it again. Yes, the room key's in there somewhere. That cat's in the box. Hams.
Uh-huh.
No, wait. There's all these different codes everywhere. Be in there.
Uh-huh.
Safe, huh? They said keep the key under high security. Not much higher security than a safe. Let's see here. Damn, I need the code. Hopefully there's a clue to the password somewhere around here. Well, there's several codes. So what we have...
What the?
It's the code worth a shot. So 8919. Guess not, better keep looking. There was another one. 708 there, or there is 5038. Bingo. Medkit. Nice. Key. Great, this will get me through to Marasi now. Just have to find him. Sure, there's a cat in there as well. Alright, time to have the fire escape. Still broken and no real repairman in sight. Sorry, pal. Don't think you're getting
Just
fixed
the guy I was
today.
looking for.
Uh-oh.
You're here to fix the heat, yeah? Got something I need you to check out.
Oh,
Oh,
sure.
really?
No problem.
Come on, this way.
Don't have a choice.
Freezing my balls off, man. Hope this goes quick. Hey, where are you going? It's over this way. Well, there it is. The power's on and all, but nothing's happening.
Okay, let me see what I can do.
Not that cold, dude.
Yep. Yeah, this thing's seen better days.
Oh, well
Thanks,
examined.
Sherlock. Can you fix it?
Man, I've no idea how to fix a goddamn air
Hey,
conditioner.
genius. If you're gonna fix it, don't you need to take the panel off first?
No choice but to go all in.
Hey, what's up?
Hell yeah.
Really?
Well, ain't that something? Never realized it was that simple.
Glad I could be of service. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have other repairs to make.
Suddenly they're not cold, so it's instant warm up.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm here to repair the heater, sir.
Weird. You ain't the usual guy.
Breaks a lot, doesn't it? Usual guy, how often do the heaters break down?
Where's our man, huh? Never had anyone else come for us.
Oh, about that.
You know what? I'll just give him another call. See what's up for myself.
He's the one to put the call in. How can I get myself out of this? Just filling in.
Oh, the guy we normally
He got
send out here
plastic
is
surgery
sick today. I'm handling things in his place.
Funny. I just got off the phone with him.
Oh.
Sounded an awful lot like he was on his way over.
Well, that's odd. He must have gotten better, I guess.
Damn it, he talked to the guy on the phone. Should have come up with something better. Plastic surgery.
This guy's suspicious as shit. I bet he's a Tojo spy.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit, you're right. Come on, boys, let's take him down.
Really? We're doing this? You seriously get my butt kicked in. Battery and melting. Nice, that was fun. You made it out. I should get moving before the whole building catches on to me. Items. Rock cut. So if I do left, oh yeah, look, there we go. Nice. Get this map. It's like it's locked. Wait, what about the third floor key I found in the security office? Might just do the trick. Master keys to unlocking. Simply using the correct key is one method of opening a locked door. Out of all the keys you own, choose one that fits the keyhole and press the corresponding button. If you choose correct, the door will open. If you choose the wrong key, the door stays closed and you will have to choose the key again. You'll acquire more keys as you progress. Choose key. Okay.
All right.
Oh, the big one. X.
Stupid thing. Let's see. Perfect.
Weird. Timed or anything? This door wasn't on the map. Why are Yakuza offices always so confusing? Either way, the key from before won't work here. Guess we'll have to pick the lock.
I suck at this.
I suck at this.
Stupid thing.
You need to do the middle one first.
Why am I... Shit. I suck at this.
Okay.
Why am I bad? Almost there.
Oh, I gotcha.
Nice. Shit.
Wait, what?
Why am I bad? Almost there. Nice. Got it.
Strange. This is your tutorial. What? There are any stairs up? This isn't the top floor though. Need to find a way up to Marase. Wait, I see loot. Loot. Stamina X. That means we're into a fight.
The fuck's your problem? You wanna die, huh? Please, I said I'm sorry. You worthless piece of shit.
Sounds like someone's pretty pissed up there. I need to find a way around. You pick the lock? No? Oh. One with the big arrow pointing at it. Study door for a reception room. One way I'm getting in there without the code. Gotta keep moving. Go out the window? Yeah, of course we can. Get out on the roof from here. And there's my way up. Oh, this is going to be a fight and a half. Fire escape's just over there. My way down to the 5th floor. Not sure what's going on, but these guys look busy. Should try and sneak around them if I can.
What the fuck were you thinking, dumbass? We warned you this was gonna happen. Please, I'm sorry! I'm so sorry!
High-tech stuff. Okay, now to climb the fence. It's even got arrows showing me which way to go.
Crap! Who are you? The hell you doing?
Looks like we're fighting. Hey Nakajima. Hello sir, how are you? I'm doing well, thank you. I'll stay back after a week. I was a bit under the weather, but today, how's yourself, sir?
Help me! Someone help me!
How are you getting on with Division? Right, real fight this time? Guess so. How many of them? Missed. Wait, let me pick up an oil drum. Talking. Oh, nice. That was good. That was awesome. We do another one. Oh, you fill up my bar. WWE. Love it.
Let go.
I mean, it will get a lot tougher. It's still very much tutorial, but love it. Doing good. Just been really tired lately. Division's still loving it. Good to hear, sir. No worries. I appreciate you dropping by. You're not too tired. I'm going to be back playing Division tomorrow, I think. I'm on level 20-ish or something. I've not played for a couple of weeks now, so I'm a bit behind.
Just get the hell out of here.
Huh? But...
Huh? Kaito-san?
But I got
The
a
real
call
guy,
about a
yeah.
broken heater.
I told you. We figured it out. All fixed, nothing to see here.
Can I at least check to make sure everything's okay? Oh, and I'll need you to sign this too.
I'm not signing shit. You didn't even fix anything. Now get the hell out of here.
Actually, could I borrow your restroom? I'm not feeling so good.
Shit yourself for all I care.
What?
Shit yourself for all I care. Hold it a little longer. Wait, is there loot round here? What's that green room? Like, I'm doing this for science. This is where I just was. So it's not a loot area. Fine. So I know. I wonder why it was green. There'll be a boss fight now.
Who the hell are you?
Shh. I'm just here to talk, Murase-san. Look, I risked my life to get in here. Just...
I don't have to do shit. You can't boss a Yakuza around!
I'm the repair guy. Yep, boss fight. Ah, maybe I should have... Where's my health? Damn. This guy hits that truck. Oh, wrong button. Take that sword off the wall. That's a golf club. I'm gonna die.
Bring it, bitch!
Oh, controls.
This ain't shit.
deposit and take recovery items? Can. Take the medical kit. Nice.
You're in it now. Shit the brains.
Nice. Mortal wounds. Do you know I'm in the wrong stance? I should be in tiger stance for one-on-one, shouldn't I? You receive a mortal wound when stabbed, shot, or hit with deadly attacks. The mortal wounds cannot be restored by eating or using recovery items. You can treat them either by visiting a doctor or using a functional medical kit. Now we're screwed. After charging up the X gauge, press R2 to activate X boost. Right, I need to switch stances first of all.
Let's finish this.
Hold on. Boom. Tasty.
What the hell are you after, huh?
I already said, I just want to talk. Look at this. This is you running away after abandoning Kume.
Who do you think you are?
I'm a local detective. Hamura's lawyer is having me look into Kume's murder.
So what? You're defending Hamura? You think I'm gonna tell you shit, asshole?
I thought we already negotiated. You want to go again?
You're not getting out of this unscathed, you know. I know your face now.
Do you really think Hamura killed Kume?
Of course I do. Who else could have done it?
That's what I'm trying to find out. I need to know what happened that night.
It's as clear as day. Hamura gouged Kume's eyes out. End of story.
Yeah? Where? How?
In the dump behind a moor. Bastard tortured Kume to death.
Actually, the murder happened somewhere else, and I have the evidence to prove it.
Here we go, investigation, right. Real the evidence.
Take a look at this.
What the hell? That's Kume.
That's right. There's a hint in this picture. Kumi's body was moved after he died. There was something in the picture that showed that.
Hey.
Kumi's body was moved here after he died, yeah.
Suspicious.
If I recall correctly, they didn't find a wallet or phone.
What the?
Garbage isn't important. What I need to know was Kumi was killed somewhere else.
Suspicious.
I remember it.
What the?
Blood's here, wasn't it? Signs of blood in the ground, that's it. We've done that twice, that was a bit strange.
Sorry. I'm sure this is tough to look at. But as you can see, there's almost no blood around his body. That means he was killed somewhere else, then transported to the alleyway.
Oh, I guess so, huh? Doesn't add up, does it?
So, you ready to talk now?
I think I'm finally getting to the main topic now.
Okay, let's take it from the top. Now, after you ran away from Amur, where exactly did you go? You couldn't just let them take Kume, could you?
Yeah, I had to do something. So, I went to round up the rest of the clan. We had to take Kume back.
But nobody would help, would they?
You kidding? Of course they helped. We burst in there ready to bust heads.
But I thought nobody else went in or out of Amur.
What? You mean 'cause the camera didn't see anyone? Funny thing that. Turns out you can't get seen if the camera's broken. The back alley was our ticket in.
So you really went inside?
Yep. Not a soul in the house, though. Trust me, we searched the whole damn joint.
And when was that?
Just after midnight, I suppose.
Right when the prosecution says Hamura was laying into Kume. If you're telling the truth, that's a clear contradiction.
Huh. Who gives a shit what the prosecution says? Hamura killed Kume, and that's that. Ain't no other way.
Maybe so, but the police still need to hear your story. If you could just testify to that...
You gotta be kidding me. Why the fuck would I do that, huh?
Force him to testify, nothing I can do about that.
Yeah, it was worth a try.
Nice work. So Murase busts into Amur, and who does he find? Absolutely nobody.
Yep, Captain Hamura said he kicked Kume out, then hit the sauna right around midnight. The stories match up.
You really think he's innocent?
Not sure. Our next step is finding proof he was at that sauna.
Guess that's that. Well, I'm pooped.
I'm
How about we call it
pooped.
here for tonight?
Yeah, good call. I'll see you tomorrow, Kaito-san.
New info. So. Furthermore, Murase of the Kuroi clan recently stepped up to testify that Amur was empty by the time he went to rescue Kume, which supports Humara's claim. Yeah, so... Yeah, I have mortal wounds that can only be cured by a med kit or a doctor. I'd have to go and buy a med kit, I think. rest up. Doc's office on here. Just buy a med kit. Goons. I believe I had a med kit and I blew it. Burnt it. If there's one at that store, that's a pawn shop. Popo. Oh, we could go right down to Popo. Let's try Popo. And get some loyalty points. Ma'am, do you have a med kit? Oh, it's a different Popo. Hmm? 700 yen purchase, but get this with all different Popos. Okay. Do you have a med kit? Don't. Love some scran though. Love some cat food. A lot of cats around. Cat food's got to give you something. So that's what I want to know. So battle. You can treat mortal wounds by visiting a specific doctor or using a med kit. Specific doctor, eh? Right. Don Quixote. See if Don Quixote's got any etiquettes. Even using the environment, that could have happened anywhere and it was at a scene for that environment.
Really, guys?
Clever. Hello. Have any medkits, sir? Okay, never mind. Just head back. Try the pawn shop.
いらっしゃいませ。
Get to sell. Right, bronze plate. Yeah.
ありがとうございました。いらっしゃいませ。
Oh, you can buy darts. Shogi things. Crafting stuff.
ありがとうございました。
Someone sent me something. Launch Edition Detective Support Pack. Newbie Detective Pack. This is all the DLC. Oh my god. I just bought the normal game. What on earth is all this? Didn't buy any special edition. Great. Rental cat. Litters. What on earth is all this? Any medkit at all? Ton of shit. Are we done? Are we sure? Items. Medkit. Clear my mortal wounds. There we go. All this. Play passes. Paradise VR. You know what that is, don't we? Dude. There are so many things. Shortcuts. Let's have... We should have a med kit. In case we take a mortal wound in battle. Energy explosion extract. A mysterious extract lets you trigger an explosion with instant kill extract. Hug bomb. Experience a hug in liquid form made with all natural spring water. You'd expect that from like DLC stuff.
That'll do it.
Sure, I just get the normal game. That's where we play the records we collect. Okay. Right. Is that end of kind of tutorial now, please? Or main stuff tutorial. I've got all I need for Marassi. I should probably report back to Shintani. Which we will next time. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I need to call it there. That was fun. We're just getting into that. This is a long-ass tutorial. But I like it. See, I haven't played for a couple of weeks, so it was sort of refreshing my memory again right from the start. This is our Thursday game. We try and keep playing this. It's only going to be once a week, but if we do any more Whiskey and Chill streams, we might do this on that, do a lot of the side stuff maybe, just so I can keep fresh in it. So yeah, that's been a blast. Thanks for everyone being here. I really appreciate that. Ninja, it was good to see you, sir. I was finishing up work. No worries, my friend. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it, sir. I'm off for now, but I'll be back on tonight, around about 9 o'clock UK time, for our first look at Visage. I entitle these streams Whiskey and Chill. This is going to be Whiskey and Crap My Pants. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. It is spooky month, I suppose, so let's play a spooky game. I've never really played any horror games before, so this will be an experience. Couple of hours, bit of horror, bit of whiskey. Yeah, so join us for that, anyone, if you do wish. It'd be great to see you there. Around about 9 o'clock tonight, UK time. If not, I'll be back tomorrow, 1 o'clock, hopefully on time this time, with some more Division 1, continuing our playthrough that on PC. We are about level 20, so we've got a good chunk through the main story. And we'll get a good 4 or 5 hours of that tomorrow. That'll be a ton of fun. So yeah, and then hopefully we're back to normal next week, all going well. So probably Division Monday, this Thursday, Division Friday. Tuesday game I may change. It's currently Pathfinder Wrath of the Righteous. It's a slog for many people, I know. I may have another game in that slot. I won't announce it yet. Just depending. There's a few things I want to... Well, I'll say it now. It may be Baldur's Gate 3. Reason being, there's a lot of updates. There is another update tonight. It's about 7 o'clock UK time. Larry and I are doing a live stream of the new updates to Baldur's Gate 3. New patch. Apparently they're concentrating on a sorcerer class. And will we get a release date? Possibly. I'd say it's unlikely, but who knows? They're doing a live thing tonight about 7 o'clock. So depending on that, we may do Tuesday. I may fire up Baldur's Gate 3 just to check all the new stuff. Yeah, that's another thing they're going to talk about tonight. Apparently there's a new area in the new patch. So whereas we've had just a part of Act 1 as the early access, going to unlock a bit more, apparently. So that may be Tuesday's game instead of Pathfinder. So still keeping it CRPG. Yeah, I'm itching. I haven't been in since they first released the early access, and I'm interested to see what they've updated. So, but I will confirm that near the time. Great. So, that's it. I'm off for now. Anyone on? Damn, there's 3,000 people in Larian Studios are streaming now. Actually, I think it might be at 5 o'clock, not 7 o'clock. So in 10 minutes, Larian might be streaming. I may have got my times wrong there. It may be in 10 minutes. Either way, I'm going to check that out. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll be back at 9 o'clock tonight. If not, I'll see you all tomorrow. Thanks for being here. As always, it's been a pleasure, and I'll see you all again very soon. Cheery bye for now. Best point. Look at this. Dude. Get in there.
Now the heart.
You're both cracked.
Secret Chamber of Odin.
You're leaving this realm now.
Where's Lag?
As long as we didn't
There's a
run our way
Valkyrie
back.
in there. I said we would fight. I've promised them. Like, are you here yet? If not, I have to skip this and you'll have to wait for your Valkyrie. What a shame. These grant powerful blessings that can greatly affect the outcome of a round or even the game. The resolution phase. The faces of the dice rolled by both players are resolved against each other. Damage is dealt or blocked. Tokens are gained or stolen. Okay. See if I can remember. Tails never fails.